This is the Wheatstone Broadcasting Corporation.
Scott Fybush here with Wheatstone, and we are talking with Jeff Berryman from RTS Intercom Systems. We're talking about standards, and of course the old saying, the great thing about standards is
there are so many of them.
We're going to talk about AES 70.
AES 70. Well, one of my favorite standards. AES 70 is the result of work that some of us started back in about 1990 under another name with the AES, and AES 70 was ratified as AES 70 2 days after I turned 70. So it makes me feel good.
What is AES 70? Let's lay it out for people who aren't.
Also known as the Open Control Architecture, is a standard for device control. We like to say you can get the audio from one place to another over a network, but once you get it there, what are you going to do with it? And the mission of AES 70 is to allow remote control of audio devices over IP networks.
So it's not just moving audio itself over IP, it's making sure that you can control what's at the other end of it. What's involved in that? I mean, obviously there's been a process that, most of what you're controlling didn't exist when the AES 70 standards process started. What sorts of devices are we talking about here?
Well, first of all, I would like to clarify that AES 70 itself does not transfer audio. It works with other audio transfer standards such as AES 67. So we're really only about the control aspect of it. And the most important thing about control is to get all the software involved at both ends of a control connection to agree on what's what. So AES 70 is good at saying, here are the little messages you send to control a gain control, here are the little messages you send to control an equalizer, here are the little messages you send to set up a media link, a transmission connection, and so on. It all centers around what we call the device model, and AES 70 has a rich device model that we think embraces all the functions of today's audio devices.
What about tomorrow's audio devices?
Tomorrow's audio devices as well, because AES 70 is a highly extensible, upwards compatible design. So we know the architecture will evolve, and we know it will evolve in a compatible way. It also, the same compatibility feature also allows manufacturers to add in a seamless way their own proprietary extensions to control their own secret features and special sauces without reducing the functionality of the common parts. So it's very expandable, and we hope it will have a long life in the industry.
When do we start seeing it show up in products?
It's already showed up in some products. There were manufacturers that used the draft specification, actually implemented the draft specification before January 3rd when it was ratified. And it's my company Bosch, which is the parent company of RTS, has products. RTS itself has products. There are other products from other members of the OCA Alliance. Products, notably, I think probably the first well-known commercial product was a power amplifier from D&B Electrotechnic.
Are there concerns if I'm designing a facility now and I want to be ready for AES 70? What are the things I should be thinking about going into that design process?
Well, the nice thing about AES 70 is that it doesn't require any special hardware, it doesn't require any special networking, it doesn't use a lot of bandwidth. It simply runs as a computer application using what's called the TCP protocol, and it is externally a very normal sort of network citizen. So you really don't have to make any specific plans.
So it just moves over your existing in-house network?
That's right. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us.
My
Jeff
pleasure.
Berryman.